Actually, I'm 5 minutes early. Hi, I'm Clark.
Your name is Clark.
Is that a problem?
You're not early, you're late. I believe you were supposed to be here at 5:30, and it is 5:55. But let's not argue over details. Have you got everything?
I'm supposed to be here at 6, and I don't know what you mean by everything. I've got the books.
Books.
Let's start this again. You're Jamie. I'm Clark. Your SAT tutor.
Oh shit. I totally forgot.
You mean you utterly forgot?
Right. I thought you were someone else. Utterly. Do you want a beer?
No thank you. I don't normally imbibe on the job.
Right. I didn't want to get inebriated.
Very good. Do you know the word, or did you know that too much beer can be dehydrating?
I have water.
So you know the word dehydrating?
Yeah, it's a rather common word.
Well, you got it wrong on your BSAT.
Did I? Whoops. Wait, how the hell did you know that?
Well, for an appointed sum of money, one can request the exact questions and answers of any given student, and,
My father bought it.
Yes. Yes, he did.
How much is he paying you?
I am not at liberty to say. So, you know the word dehydrating, yet you got it wrong in the PSAT. Explain why in 50 words or less.
Well, I was wasted out of my mind during the test. My friend, Justine, she was mad about there being a test, so she, rented out the 21 Club the night before. I think that was less than 50 words.
That was 33 words. Very nice.
You just made that up. You could not have counted.
I was wasted out of my mind during the test. 10 words. My friend Justine, she was mad about there being a test. 11 words, so she rented out the 21 Club the night before. 12 words, including the word like, which was used incorrectly, but we'll throw it in anyway. 10 plus 11 plus 12 equals 33 last time I checked, so no. I didn't make it up.
Where did you learn to do that?
Fortunately, I've always known. So, your friend Justine rented a room at the 21 Club the night before.
No. The whole restaurant. Private party. After hours, so yeah, we were out late that night.
Wow. So, you were hungover during the test?
Not sure. No, I think I never went to bed. I think I was still drunk.
Well, that's great.
It is?
Yeah, you could raise your score immediately just by taking the SAT sober.
Maybe.
Maybe. Jamie, you didn't realize that this is 1/3.
I hate those pie things.
They're called pie charts, and they're just circles divided into precise, vivid morsels.
How can you care so much about circles?
How can you not?
Have you considered getting help for that? What might it mean that you're so into circles?
It might mean that I'm into abstract renderings of fractions.
Look, it's great that you're into those pie things, charts, whatever, but studying is not a good context for me to meet people in. Studying is just not me. So, why don't you leave?
What?
I'll tell them you came and tutored me, and you can just take the money and run.
But I have a job to do.
Yeah. Consider it done.
But I want to do it. I care about doing it.
Right. You're here because you care so deeply about me.
I care profoundly about your test score. Okay, I hope that we can augment it in our sessions together.
Augment it? Do you always talk like this?
I talk like this with my students.
I think you always talk like this with your students, with your friends, if you have any. I think you couldn't stop if you wanted to, and you always count words too, no matter who you're talking to. You can't help it. How many was that?
37. While you, on the other hand, don't bother counting even when you're supposed to.
Why?
Jamie, your math PSAT, 480? I know you were drunk at the time, but that's still not encouraging.
Yeah, well, math isn't my favorite subject.
What does that mean?
Is that a trick question? Math is boring.
Take this problem. Greg and Hilda are grading papers. Okay, there are 40 students in the class. 85% of the students do not receive A's. How many receive an A?
The question is ridiculous. Who are Greg and Hilda? Especially Hilda. No one today dare name their child Hilda. And 2 teachers have to do the grading here. I mean, schools are so understaffed. 1 teacher should be able to handle 40 papers. And 85% of the students not getting an A? That means like what? 15% A's? That is unusual. That's not a lot. Why are they giving out so few A's? They don't seem like very nice people.
How about you just tell me the answer?
12.
That's not the answer.
Are you sure?
Okay. Why do you say 12?
Because the answer tends to be 12. Trust me, if you answer 12 often enough, you do pretty well.
Do you know how to calculate 15%?
I don't think you appreciate how right I am about the nature of 12. My friend Bill and I figured it out in the 6th grade, and it has gotten us through many a trying time.
Well, I'm in linguistics graduate school, and I can promise you the answer is never 12.
Well, that is your fault for studying linguistics. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. Friday, Clash Club. Only rule is you have to wear something that clashes. Of course you can wear something designed by Jane's mom, just don't tell her. All the children of New York City's fashion designers attend Burlington. It's very stressful. No one. They're my friend. So, hey, I heard you got academic credit for baking in French class. How? Oh my god, French cookies? From Proust? Uh-huh. All my love. Oh my god, that was Sheila Martin, a horrible, vindictive, superficial girl with no spiritual values or social graces and the biggest moron to ever roam the earth. Sorry. You were saying.
What kind of triangle is this?
Triangle, it's a bracelet.
Yes. And?
And, well, it's a silver triangle.
Is it equilateral? Scalene?
Looks like sterling.
It's isosceles. Okay? Do you know why?
I don't have to know why. I just have to fill in the right circle. They don't want explanations.
Well, I want explanations.
2 sides are the same. 1 side is different.
Very good.
I also have these triangle earrings where all the sides are different.
Great. And they are?
They're copper with a cubic zirconium stone.
Are they equilateral?
No.
They are...
Clip-ons.
They're scalene. Okay? They're scalene. If you see any triangles on the test that look like your copper clip-on earrings...
I fill in the circle that says scalene.
Yes. Does any of this seem at all familiar to you?
Sure. I just don't know why anyone would care. Excuse me. You're late. Sure. Right. Here. Sorry.
Great. So you're on drugs, too.
Are you kidding me? No, I totally quit. I don't even smoke anymore. Besides cigarette.
So what was that?
I deal a little. I need the money.
You need the money.
Yeah. My parents don't give me money anymore. Not since this party I threw where I broke this Ming vase thing and they said it would come out of my allowance and I wouldn't see my trust fund until I was 30. So, I looked at my savings and I thought, hey, in not many communities is a few $100 serious cash flow bit in a high school. I could be the connection girl. I can advance it, take a little cut.
What's a little cut?
15%.
We just had a problem with 15%.
Did we?
Okay, solve this. Guy sells you some weed. He charges you $40. You take it to the next guy, sell it to him, take your usual cut. How much do you earn?
$6.
Yes! $6. It's not $12, is it? It's $6.
Why would it be 12?
You said that's the answer to everything.
On tests, not in business.
So you're saying you'd prefer if the SAT involved questions with illegal transactions?
Oh, come on. You know drugs should be legalized. You're a graduate student.
Actually, I don't think drugs should be legalized. I think you should be more careful.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, safe sex?
I mean, like scheduling your drug deal during your tutoring session. It's desperate behavior. It's as if you want to be caught.
Wanting to be caught is for hardened criminals. This was more of a case of a double booking.
Double booking.
Yes. I have been plagued by double booking since the age of 11. Look, just... please don't tell my parents. I thought you'd be cool about it just from your general coolness.
You know I have no general coolness.
Sure you do. Well, you have glimpses of coolness. You know, the New York Times is a conspiracy. I'd never read it.
Look, do you see any words on page 1 that you don't understand?
I see words everywhere I don't understand. It's not why I don't read it. It's off in your hands. You really do care about my test score, don't you?
Yeah.
Wait. My father is paying you on a sliding scale, isn't he? Depending on how well I do, he's paying you more the higher I score, isn't he?
Jamie?
Just tell me that.
Jamie, I must warn you against fixating on the dollar amount as your only way of interpreting situations and making decisions, okay? It's a mistake I've made and it ends badly.
So he is paying you on a sliding scale, and that is why you're doing it! It is okay. I am just trying to understand.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe I might enjoy tutoring you? Or you might enjoy taking the test, derive pleasure from it?
No.
Is this your attitude? in school?
Doing something I hate in order to do something I love goes against my loving nature. And I am very loving, usually. But with stuff I hate, frankly, I'm very hating. I'm more hating than loving, I warn you.
You're warning me.
Yeah, I admit I'm in no position to warn you, because now that you know I deal drugs, you could blackmail me, you could destroy me.
Do you often give people the tools to destroy you?
Oh, you met my ex-boyfriend. Have you ever tutored anyone from Billington before?
No, I've never had a private student.
Oh my god. You're not even qualified to teach me.
I didn't say that. I said I've never had a private
Nope.
student.
I have to clear this up with my parents. Hi, is Caroline there? It's her daughter. Sure. Yeah, she has my number. Hi, it's Jamie. Is my dad there? Yeah, I'll hold. My dad loves to put people on hold. It's like his thing. Oh, now they're playing a remix of Messenger in a Bottle. Right. Yeah, he's in Singapore. Thanks. Damn it. He didn't tell me he was going to Singapore. Oh, shit. I hope my mom knows.
But you just said...
You think I'm gonna let some receptionist know that I have no idea where my father is?
Right.
Okay. My mom's on an international conference call. My dad is an international conference call. No one is present to confirm that you're my tutor, not say some axe murderer.
Your housekeeper had instructions to let me in.
Marita doesn't speak English and isn't so good with instructions. She let the IRS in once. You're not from the IRS, are you?
I'm from the SAT.
Do you have some ID? It's a nice picture. You photograph well. I'm the same age on my fake. You're young to be in graduate school. You skip a grade.
2.
You have a car.
Yes, no.
Well, which one is it? You have a car or not?
Did have a car, sold it.
Why?
Long story.
How did my father find you?
Longer story.
What makes you qualified to tutor me?
I used to work at Kaplan.
You worked at Stanley Kaplan.
Yes, I was teaching a special class of students that were already scoring 1950 or above.
What happened?
Their scores went up.
How high?
Thought you didn't care about the SAT.
I don't. I'm just curious. I mean, I should know if my tutor is qualified to teach me or not.
They all got perfect scores.
Perfect.
2400s, each one of them.
All of your students got 800s in math and critical reading and writing. Your whole class got 3 800s. Are you making this up?
No.
Wow, so you must have like a lot of private students now.
No.
Well, how many?
Just you.
We must have had a lot of offers.
Mm-hmm.
What made you choose this one?
It seemed like the biggest challenge.
Yeah. You're saying I'm stupid.
No, I'm not saying that.
Because there's a difference between screwing up and being stupid. There's not the same thing.
Well, I'm glad you take pride in screwing up.
My screw-ups are beholden to no one. They're completely mine. I mean, you could explain algebra, geometry, hell, you could probably even explain trig, but I could still refuse to fill in the right answer on that thing, and that would be mine.
No, Jamie, no. Your screw-up would be my screw-up.
Yeah, right. Why would you care?
Is this your attitude in school, too, or is it just me?
Well, I can't think of a single example of anyone who's ever cared about me one-on-one in a classroom or in my extended family, so why you, who are being paid to tutor me about absurd little triangles and vivid little morsels and ridiculously long words that no one uses in conversation, would suddenly care? I can't imagine.
No, that's it's kind of sad.
Fuck you, it is not.
Look, how about we do a
How about we do what?
a critical reading question. I'm just gonna get this right here. Critical reading question. Okay. Now I want you to read through and find all the important words. Okay. Now a word is important if it catches your eye, if it means more than one thing, or if it stops you.
The whole sentence stops me.
Read it to yourself 3 times.
Well, that'll help. Dysfunction begets dysfunction. Dysfunction begets dysfunction. Dysfunction begets dysfunction. It actually makes sense.
What does it mean?
It means if your family's screwed up now, they'll always be screwed up.
Good.
Yeah, I don't like this passage.
Okay, but notice how the repetition helps you make sense of it. Now, the 2 people in the passage. Do you think they could become friends?
That is not one of the questions.
Well, I'm changing the questions, okay? And remember, I want you to read each word. I want you to love each word. And remember, if a word catches your eye, If it can mean more than one thing, or if it stops you, read it to yourself 3 times.
Be careful with what you tell me to do. I'll read it to myself 3 times. But I'll never love each word.
Do you think they could become friends?
Definitely not.
See.
Great. Nice, guys. Kind of like a toned down Clueless meets Rounders.
Yeah.
You know who got a perfect score on their SATs?
Me.
Did you?
No.
No. David Duchovny and James Woods.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, both perfect scores. That was really nice. It was so. It was really simple, and particularly for you, Sarah, there is the. I think you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but it seems like there's the temptation to overdo this girl, and I was really glad that you didn't overdo her, because when by not overdoing her, the chemistry between the two of them built very slowly and very believably to where when you guys were sitting at the end and you were looking at him, it was there was a real attraction between the two of you that you guys had earned during the course of the scene by not going into any kind of caricature cliche type of girl like this. Alicia Silverstone in Clueless gave a fantastic performance, but the whole movie was caricature, and this part is cut from the same kind of fabric, so you can believe. That's why I said the temptation to slip into the caricature, poor little princess, is there, and by not going there, you made me really care about her, particularly when you said. Nobody cares about me. My parents, I don't know where my parents are, and you're being paid to tutor me. Poor little rich girl in quotations. I really got her in that moment, and it wasn't her having a pity party, which is what made it sad. It was a statement of fact. This is a gilded cage, but it's still got cage at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty. It's well appointed.
I'm just seeing that.
You have everything. You have everything you need. But a cage is, by definition, still a cage, and you're trapped in it. Seth, that one thing that you said, you had that when you repeated back the 32 words. What was it? What was it?
Read the 33 words.
Say it.
Say the whole thing.
Yeah, please.
I was wasted on my mind during the test. 10 words. My friend Justine, she was mad about there being a test. 11 words, so she rented out the 21 club the night before. 12 words, including the word like, which was used incorrectly, but we'll throw it in anyway. 10 plus 11 plus 12 equals 33. So no, I didn't make it up.
That was I mean, it's written that way, but you did it without punctuation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So there was an authenticity to you. Like when you first came in, and we'd worked on the scene before. But I'm thinking when you came in, it's like, oh, maybe you should. And again, this is going towards the caricature thing. It's like maybe he needs a pair of glasses. Maybe he needs to be dressed a little bit differently. Maybe a little bit more collegiate. And then you busted out with that, and I was like, okay, you don't need any of that.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention he's in a gambling debt, so
Right.
he has some sort of interesting past where he's not like the normal nerdy type of
edge.
guy. He's
Right.
got a little edge to him in some way.
Well, but all I'm saying is I was
Yeah.
thinking along the lines that maybe the look needs to be different.
Yeah.
But then you busted out with that explanation with repeating the word count and it just that note went out of my head completely, and for me you were completely authentic and believable as this guy, and also when he's reluctant to brag about the fact that everybody's 1950 went up to 2400.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't volunteer that and that she's the one that sort of reveals it, that's great writing, but you played it very, very nicely. Again, authentically.
Yeah.
So, it's a long scene. It doesn't feel long. I want to see what's going to happen next. I wonder, and great body work for you. Just when when you came up from here with all the stuff, and you just the way the right before lunch we were talking about my week with Marilyn, and when the scene where she says, "Should I be her?" and she turns on the Marilyn. There were moments where you turn on the caricature thing that I'm applauding you for not doing. There are the moments that you turn it on like a switch in this were really great. That really worked, because you know, when you were talking about being at the 21 Club, I could see you just walking around with a martini and say, you know, being the caricature girl that everybody expects you to be, that you're playing the part like Michelle Williams, should I be her? And then she turns on Marilyn. So those moments were so clear. They were really weren't they when she becomes that thing, and a little intimidating.
Yeah.
From a male perspective, when you turn that on, it's like, I put myself in your shoes, and I'm like, oh crap, she's really being sexy right now. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
She'll make.
What's
Is she under 18?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
What's the line near the end about
When I'm saying, how about we do a critical reading question?
no, you repeat his his lines, and I'm never going to like them, or what is it?
You can tell. Be careful what you tell me to do. I will.
That was really intimidating.
Yeah.
Be careful what you tell me to do. I was like, I want to tell you to do something right now. I mean, that was just like, that was so sexy.
Yeah.
But sexy, but intimidating. In his position, it's like, you know, my subtext is thinking, I can tell you to do anything. You know, it's like, your father will have me killed. No, I have to really buckle down. I got to buckle down. I got to do the job.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So overall, the scene worked for me on a lot of different levels, because you guys resisted the urge to give a performance. As far as I know it's a stage play, but it felt much more like a film scene, and I thought it was successful on a lot of levels like that.
I like
So-
when you went like this in the crowd.
Yeah, yes.
It was great. It was such a great moment.
Yeah. So I really love it.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job. Good, Seth. Seth, there's a consistency, scene after scene after scene now. Real consistency in your ability to be simple and to trust that being simple is enough. Whereas in the past that wasn't so.
Yeah.
A lot of what you were doing today, you were kind of throwing things away. Reminded me of what you did in Pillow Man, where you were you were so clear in who you were and studied in who you were, that you didn't have to hit those lines over the head, and there was just a simplicity to what you were doing. And again, the word count little speech was the thing that nailed it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very impressive.
Cool.
And your reaction to it was really it was like, that's like a parlor trick.
Yeah.
Instead of being able to do it.
I'm sure I've used it to get girls before, is what I was thinking. I'm sure I've done it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool little trick. It's like being able to talk backwards or something, or
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good. All right, good. Nice job. Well done. Next.